Welcome to Truth Lab, the channel where we break down fitness myths and expose the real science behind performance, strength, and recovery. Today we're tackling a topic that almost everyone has experienced: muscle soreness, specifically delayed onset muscle soreness, or DOMS. We've all been there. A tough leg day, then the next morning you feel like you've been hit by a truck. But what's actually going on in your muscles when they get sore? And does soreness really mean you're making gains? In this video, we'll break down 10 surprising science-backed truths about muscle soreness, many of which the average gym goer doesn't know. Some will change the way you train. Let's dive in. Fact 1. Muscle soreness is caused by eccentric contractions. Not just the weight you lift. Most muscle damage and the resulting soreness occurs during the eccentric phase of a movement, when the muscle lengthens under tension. Examples: lowering the bar in a bench press, descending into a squat, walking downhill. This lengthening action causes micro tears in the muscle fibers, triggering inflammation and DOMS, delayed onset muscle soreness. According to a study published in the Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research, eccentric exercises produce significantly more soreness and muscle disruption than concentric or isometric movements. So soreness is more about how you move than how much weight you lift. Fact 2. Soreness is not a reliable indicator of muscle growth. While soreness indicates muscle damage, it doesn't always mean you had an effective workout. And lack of soreness doesn't mean your workout failed. Muscle growth, or hypertrophy, is driven by multiple factors: mechanical tension, metabolic stress, muscle damage. DOMS reflects only the third, and too much soreness can actually interfere with your ability to train again soon, which limits progressive overload. A review in Sports Medicine found no consistent correlation between muscle soreness and long-term strength or hypertrophy gains. Translation: you can grow without being sore, and being sore doesn't mean you're growing. Fact 3. New exercises and increased volume often trigger more DOMS. Your body adapts quickly. The first time you do a new movement, it creates significant muscle damage, but over time, your muscles get used to it. This is called the repeated bout effect. It means less soreness after repeated exposure, quicker recovery. Less inflammation. So if you switch up your exercises or suddenly increase volume or intensity, you're more likely to feel sore, even if you're not training harder. In a study from the American Journal of Physiology, repeated exposure to the same eccentric stimulus reduced muscle damage by up to 50%. Consistency is key. Fact 4. Soreness peaks 24 to 72 hours after exercise. Not immediately. DOMS typically sets in 12 to 24 hours after exercise and peaks at around 48 to 72 hours. That's because the soreness isn't caused by lactic acid buildup, a common myth. Instead, it results from inflammation and the repair process, as your body responds to microtrauma in the muscle fibers. A 2013 review in the Journal of Applied Physiology explained that DOMS is linked to immune cell infiltration, prostaglandin activity, and nerve sensitization, all of which take time. So if you feel sore 2 days later, that's normal. Immediate soreness post-workout is usually fatigue, not DOMS. Fact 5. Soreness can impair strength and coordination. Even if you think you feel fine, your muscles might already be impaired. A study in Medicine and Science in Sports and Exercise found that muscle damage from eccentric exercise led to reduced strength, coordination, and neuromuscular function for up to 72 hours, even when soreness wasn't yet noticeable. So training a sore muscle group isn't just uncomfortable, it might reduce your performance and increase injury risk. Recovery isn't just about pain tolerance, it's about physiological readiness. Fact 6. Stretching does not prevent or cure muscle soreness. One of the biggest myths in fitness is that stretching after a workout will reduce soreness, but studies say otherwise. A meta-analysis in the Cochrane database of systematic reviews found that post-exercise stretching had no significant effect on preventing or reducing DOMS. Stretching has its place for mobility and relaxation, but it won't save you from soreness. What helps more? Light movement, active recovery, massage or foam rolling, hydration, and sleep. Fact 7. Soreness doesn't always occur in the muscles you trained the most. Sometimes you'll feel sore in muscles you didn't even realize you used, like your obliques after squats or your traps after bench press. Why? Stabilizer muscles. Poor technique or compensation, lack of mobility. Muscle soreness isn't always localized. It reflects how your body handled the stress of the workout, including secondary muscle recruitment. Fact 8. Anti-inflammatory drugs may reduce soreness, but also gains-taking. NSAIDs like ibuprofen may reduce muscle soreness by decreasing inflammation. But that same inflammation is part of the muscle repair and growth process. A study in the Journal of Clinical Investigation showed that NSAIDs taken post-exercise blunted muscle protein synthesis and reduced hypertrophic signaling. So while popping painkillers may make you feel better temporarily, it could delay recovery and reduce long-term gains. If soreness is manageable, let your body heal naturally. Fact 9. You can still train when sore, but be smart about it. Mild to moderate soreness is okay, and in some cases, training through it with lighter loads or different movement patterns may even promote blood flow and aid recovery. What to avoid? Training the exact same muscles to failure again. Heavy eccentric loads when sore. Instead, do active recovery. Walking, biking, light circuits. Train a different muscle group, focus on mobility and movement. Quality: a sore muscle is not a broken one, but respect your body's limits. Fact 10. Soreness is temporary. Adaptation is long-term, the most important truth. DOMS fades, but training adaptations accumulate. If you chase soreness as your main measure of success, you may overtrain, miss opportunities to progress, burn out, or get injured. Real progress comes from consistency, progressive overload, proper nutrition, and recovery, not from how sore you feel the next day. Track your lifts, monitor your sleep, fuel your body, and know that soreness is just one piece of the puzzle. So now you know. Muscle soreness isn't the ultimate badge of honor, and it's not a requirement for building strength or muscle. In fact, it can be misleading. If this video helped clear up some of the confusion, be sure to like, subscribe, and share with a friend who thinks pain equals gain. This is Truth Lab, where science meets strength. See you in the next episode.